Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 449. Or if you're in my program, this is episode 733. And if you are, go ahead and check out episode 730, 731, 732 for discovering the processes of discovering your deep core self. Like the part of you which really wants to be unleashed. Now, in this episode, there's actually a clip of one of my calls that I take, and it's for my group, but I wanted to really get this out to you because this is so important. This is vitally important if you want to let go of the things that no longer serve you, to shed all the fears, the doubts, the worries, the limiting beliefs, to be able to get what you want in life, whether it be to get that promotion, whether it be to earn that amount of money, to increase your business, and to just feel unstoppably confident in any way that you wish. So go ahead and enjoy this, because I think you will. So what I want to do before we get into this, we always do a little bit of celebrating, and right now I can see we've got two great ones coming in. So here is the first one from the wonderful, great, but in second place this time for the Mind Mastery Manifesto. It's Natalie. She said, I've been manifesting abundance and my January has been the busiest on record. I've connected with some really influential people to help me raise my game and also have at least 2 big clients lined up. So congratulations, my friend. Congratulate Natalie for that, because that's huge. Because we've now set a new record. We've now going to set things even bigger. And there's what I always like to ask. I wonder how much more it can grow next month. And I wonder what that would give me. What would it allow me to experience knowing I have the total gratitude for this achievement, this goal, and I wonder what else can happen next month. Where it be monetary, where it be through connections, where it be just feeling a great sense of esteem, certainty in where we're heading. You see, you can change the goal to anything. You can literally say, well, I've had a really good day today, and I wonder how I'm going to be tomorrow. I wonder how much better I could be. I wonder what good things are coming my way. So absolutely, certainty, as Natalie said, is good. And that's been a bit of a theme on the last previous calls, because the more certain we are in who we are, in what we want, in why we want what we want, the how we get there doesn't really matter. And I'll repeat that again. The more certainty in who I am, what I want, and why I want it is more important than the how to get there. Because the how is beyond us, but if we really just focus on the inner game, the how will just pop up. The steps will appear. And even if you don't know and even doubt the steps, or even don't know how they're going to come into your reality, it does not matter. It does not matter. Sometimes when I'm working with people, I'm like, okay, what is your highest feeling that you would like to feel? When you think of your goal, what would that give you? What's the best feeling that goal will give you? And it could be like certainty. It could be like love. Like just feeling love all the time. Just that essence of love in who you are, loving life, loving today, loving going into that interview, loving getting that book out there into the world, loving making that connection. Just love is the highest feeling that I would like to feel. Then that is far more important, because feeling the feeling that will make you feel the best will allow you to be energetically aligned to what you desire. And it will actually repel everything which is not into alignment. So in other words, we get more of what we want, we get our goal and more, because now we're not just focused on the specific goal, we're going, well, this goal will get me love. For example, that's our highest feeling we want from that goal. But also, it allows my mind to look for everything else which is love in my life. Love with my family, love with my pet, love with my relationships, love with my career, love with my actions, love with my body, love with my mind, love in what I do, love in my confidence, love in my certainty, love in the challenge. Now, you can change love to anything, whatever that feeling is, but you will energetically match what that is. And guess what? When you feel that level of love, or fill in the blank, your actions then raise up. They rise. They match. If we take the example of just that feeling of love, you will love educating yourself. You will love going for that promotion. You will love going out there networking. You'll love the returns it will give you. Change it for certainty. If I'm so certain in myself, I know I'm going to deliver that speech perfectly. I know I'm going to get that book deal. I know I'm going to get that project completed. Like, that certainty will just expand into all that I desire. It will expand into all the greatness that I am. And then the actions will follow. The actions will come naturally, easily, and effortlessly without trying to fight, without trying to create. You see, if we go back, I know, as I always do, go in tangents, but I'm speaking to your unconscious mind at the same time. If I go back to the beginning of my journey, my worst times, because I had many of them, and especially in business, my worst times was when I didn't know how. How was I going to see, in the beginning, like 5 to 7 clients every single week in my in-person practice when I was 18 years old, so I could quit my part-time job? Because I was full-time in insurance at 18, but I quit that, got a half-time, same thing I guess, part-time, half-time job. And I was like, how am I going to get to that next level? How am I going to do it? Now, one, it does make me think, but there was a lot of scarcity there. But when I doubled down on certainty, I doubled down on what of value am I going to bring? How am I going to differentiate myself? How can I be different? How can I be more me and show my passion? You see, at 18 years old, I was working with anxiety, all these different things. And as an 18-year-old, although I overcame my own, I thought the judgment was that they might not like me. I'm way too young. Who is this 18-year-old kid who probably looks about 16 in his shirt and tie, trying to be all professional as a hypnotist, as a coach? And those were my limitations. But then what I realized, something very, very profound, it wasn't ever about my qualifications. Rarely did I ever get asked about, have I been a part of certain guilds, and what trainings, and what experience I had. Because I focused on something else. I focused on seeing the person for who they are. And then I shared my passion of how I believe and know I can help them. You see, that brought something inside them. That is what they wanted. They didn't want to know all the specifics. They just wanted to be helped. And if we apply that to ourselves, we're like, okay, how can I be the best version of myself? And then all my actions raise. I will find the how. And every time I looked for all the crazy hows, like the quick things, even with my podcast, I was like, I'm just going to do a podcast. Why? Because I love it. Like, I thought I might love it. And I just want to speak my mind. Then, quite a few years later, we're hitting like 9 million downloads now. And it all comes not from the how, but the intention. So think about this. What is your intention when it comes to achieving your goals and your dreams? What is the real thing that you want to bring out of side of yourself? Who are you on the inside, which hasn't been playing fully out yet? Think about that. Because on the one hand, we have maybe scarcity, doubt, we have anxiety, maybe we don't believe we're good enough. But that is not who you are. It's a role that you're playing out right now. I think about it, right? You are not anxiety. You are not imposter. That is not your identity. It can feel like it sometimes, but it's not who you are. It's an aspect of you that can come and go. It can transition from one thing to another. Just like one day we like something to eat, and then years later we're like, I don't like that thing, or vice versa. Things we had repulsions, we actually enjoy now. I used to hate running. I ran all the time at school and playing football and soccer and things like that. But then I got into the love of running based on an experience that I had when I went traveling. And it was something new to me, but there was a great, wonderful intention. There was something that I really wanted to get within myself. So think about that part of you that has been wanting to break free. What would you say that part is? Think about it. You can put it in the chat box. You can just write it down on a piece of paper, or you can just contemplate it. Who are you really on the inside that is not being acknowledged yet? The real pure you. The real you, which is just, I don't want to even put words in your mouth here, so maybe I'll just give you a few minutes here just to think about that. Who are you on the inside at the deepest source of you that is waiting to just break free? Which doesn't have all the symptoms or all the surface, all the learned things in our life, all those things. Forget about that. Those were learned. But what's the source of you that has always been there? Because we can say, well, I feel like an imposter. I feel like an imposter for all my life. You didn't feel like an imposter coming out of the womb into the labor room and things like that. You didn't have low self-esteem or not feeling good enough. Like, I can't believe I came out the womb like that. That wasn't good enough. I wish I had another chance just to do it again, because I knew in my mind I could do it better than this. There is no way we had those limiting beliefs about ourselves since the beginning of us. Whatever your mind beliefs are, whatever your personal truth is, there is no way whatsoever that the issue that you experience, the core issue that you experience, if you've gone through the core issue finally yet, that part of you has not been in existence of all time. But I believe something else has been. So think about what that is. Maybe there's Joseph, I just feel like the source of me deep down is I'm love. Or I'm enough. Like, there is that part. It's not fully out there yet. It's not fully expressed. It's maybe beneath the surface, but deep down in your truth, what is that thing? Maybe it is, I just am. I am. Beyond all the stuff, I just am. The essence of me is God, love, joy, passion, purpose, contentment. The peace which was always present beneath the surface. But think about that. Because if you were to allow that part of you to be fully present in everything that you are, in everything that you do, wouldn't that lead to a more happier life? I mean, wouldn't that just be more fun? So I hope you enjoyed that message. It is so vitally important. And if you need the absolute edge in your transformation, if you need to get to a whole different level, maybe you're successful, but you want to be even more successful. Maybe you want to just let go of that imposter syndrome so you can elevate your career and business. Now, if you do, we've got an opportunity for the right kind of person. You must be a professional. You must be willing to do things you've never done before to get the life you've always wanted. To really dig in deep, follow the instructions, the steps, the how, so you can just get it super quick, all within 8 weeks, and just transform your life. Now, in order to do this, like I said, you must be a good fit. You must have the right kind of qualities. We don't work with everyone. our team, our system is only there for a certain kind of person based on how it's constructed. So if you experience any of the things that I've just mentioned, or you want to take your life to a whole new level, the best thing you can do is go to www.josephclough.info/go, G-O, that is, josephclough.info/go, and go ahead and book a call with us. All you'll do is you'll book a convenient time that suits you, and then we'll spend around 45 minutes to an hour or so getting you the crystal clear clarity on where you are, where you want to go, and what is stopping you. We'll then carve out a plan to solve that issue and everything in the quickest, most profound time if we can. If we cannot, we'll point you in a different direction. Like I said, we want to get the 100% success that you desire, and we want to make sure we can deliver that with you as a team. So go to josephclough.info/go and book the time, fill out the application form so we can prepare for the call to give you the most valuable service, and then we'll go ahead, get that clarity, and know we can get you to where you want to be. Or if you want to go ahead and watch our masterclass, just go to www.josephclough.info/power. It is a masterclass on how and the steps to be able to overcome the imposter syndrome, self-doubt, to elevate your business and career. So that one is www.josephclough.info/power. And I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode. Many thanks and goodbye.